right, man. Esteban Ali, man. How you doing?
Good, good. Feeling great.
Coming off a big win, man.
Yeah.
What belt did you win?
WWO North American Flyweight title.
Okay. Is that the first title you win as a pro?
Yes, sir.
How did it feel, man?
I feel good because it was hard work. We're originally getting ready for Aquiles, but something happened, so we got Lara in, and he's a tough fighter. Spot him a few times, and he is really hard. So I was a little nervous, but I got over with. It was a really good fight.
Where's that belt at right now, man?
It's in my closet right now in the
Yeah.
case.
You sleep with it at night that night or what?
I mean, I was wanting it for a bit, but I want bigger things.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Edinburgh, and then I was here in Edinburgh for a little bit, and then I was in Minnesota with my dad for 2 years.
Hmm.
I came back down, and that's when I fell in love with boxing
Yeah,
at 8 years old.
8 years old. And were you a fan of boxing growing up?
No, I never knew boxing until my uncles. They were, I think, they were sparring behind the back, and I was watching them. And I remember I told them I want to try it, and was they got the mitts and everything, and since then I loved it.
And how old were you then?
I was like 7, 8 years old.
And that's when you started training?
Yeah, like I started hitting the mitts, like doing little bases here and there. But I didn't start competing until I was 13 years old because we didn't have enough like money to get the license and this and that. So I didn't start competing until I was 13 years old.
Oh, so you started competing late because you couldn't get a license and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. I was just training in my backyard. We didn't even have money to go to membership.
And what had changed at 13 that you finally got to be able to get to a gym and stuff?
My uncle, because he just he got my license. He got a gym membership, and we started
Uh-huh.
grinding. Um, I was never scared to fight. So my first fight, I fought a guy with 7 fights. I lost. And then my second fight, I fought a guy with 30 some fights. And that's because I was in middle school, I was playing sports, and my baseball game canceled. And then I went up to my uncle and I was like, hey, I'm bored. Is there any fights coming up? Because I did one tomorrow. I'm like, all right, can you take me? He's like, yeah. And, you know, then
Yeah,
that was my second fight, and I just took it like on a day notice. Like no training, nothing. I just
yeah.
then next I told him at night. He's like, all right, be ready by tomorrow, and I just fought the next day.
So did you try anything else? You mentioned, did you try anything
Yeah,
baseball,
I
football?
tried. I played football, played basketball, played every sport. I like all sports. Track, cross country, I like cross country.
You,
But
you,
it's just that the sports I played, it was a team,
yeah,
and I hate losing. I freaking hate losing, bro. I don't like losing at all. So when we lost, I would get so mad. I'll get like I don't know, like I hated losing. And then but that boxing, like it's if I lose, it's on me.
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, like boxing, and then I like to fight, so that's how I like boxing.
And your uncle, you mentioned they were the ones that got you in it. Your uncle's your trainer, right?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
Jose Vicente Garza.
Jose Vicente Garza. That's
Yeah.
a gentleman that we see all the time with you in the corner
Yes,
and
sir.
everything.
Yes, sir.
So he's been your trainer since day one?
Since day one, since I was 8 years old,
What was
probably.
his training background?
He trained. He had a good amateur career. He had 3 time state champion. He won Golden Gloves. He won 2 national titles, and in 2005 he was ranked number 2 in the world at the Ringside World Championships. And
Wow.
yeah, but like he could have won it, but I think it's because he only had 2 weeks of training. Like he
Uh-huh.
just did it because he wanted to. He had the talent. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and then in his professional, I think he's 0-2, but bad stuff he did. He wasn't focused. He took fights on short notices. So yeah, but I learned from that. To,
Right, right. So you started your amateur career like around 13. You
Is there,
had struggles trying to get the money to start and everything. Now you're competing, man.
yeah.
A little bit older in age. What was your entire experience like? One, starting off, at 13, and everybody else is already, seasoned and experienced. What was it like getting in there at 13? Were you like shocked, scared? Like, man, these guys have been fighting for years already?
I wasn't scared. I always knew that I was gonna be like a good fighter and everything. But what's important, my uncle, he motivated me. He always told me to never, because I'm amateurs. I lost 7 fights in a row, and I was always I never thought about quitting. But my uncle was telling me every night before I lose, I call him crying because I lost because I hate losing. But my uncle would tell me like stay motivated. We're gonna get better. We got better. So when he had amateur teams. So on the weekends he helped me out. On Saturdays, Sundays we do mids. He worked me out and everything like that. And then he'd take me to spar more experienced people. Like when I was 13, 14, I was sparring with Ranulfo Bocanegra, 14-time national champ. So he was helping me out a lot. So I feel like with the sparrings that Malco was giving me, even though like shit, like those guys hit hard, dude, and that's what I was 13, 14 out of experience, and they'll beat me up and everything. But I learned a lot from that. So I mean, I think that's why I got better and better because every time I sparred someone more experience, I got better.
Talk to us about, maybe some awards you got, some championships you've made, tournaments you were in.
Yeah, I won Junior Olympics um once. I won Golden Gloves 3 times. One time state champ, but I forgot from where. I won a nationals in 2020 in Biloxi, Mississippi. My first national tournament I won. I was ranked number 2 in the nation at 95 pounds at 15 years old. And there were some tournaments that I would register, but we couldn't go because of the traveling expenses stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to make the best out of it. And every time we try to get a good fighter that win more experience, we always fought him because we always trying to get experience. That much is not about winning or losing. You just try to get more experience.
So you missed out on a lot of tournaments, things
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
because of the money.
yeah. Yes, sir,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
that's tough, man. So you think maybe you would have had a little bit more illustrious
Oh yeah, yeah. I
career if
probably
you were able to afford
honestly
to make more tournaments
yeah,
and things like
honestly I
that?
probably would have stayed amateur a little bit longer if we had the money, but so
It's
yeah,
an expensive game, the amateur
yeah, it's
career,
very
right?
expensive. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta travel and everything.
So you started pro, and you were still in high school, man. How did you juggle high school and being a pro?
Just um, it wasn't really juggling because I love boxing. So I woke up at 5 in the morning. I ran my 5 miles, go to school the whole day. Watching what I eat because I was on a diet and stuff like that. And go to the gym at 6, come out late at night, eat and then go to sleep. It was like that like good for weeks. But before I turned pro, I had like three last fights in amateurs, like good fights. I got good people and I won. So yeah, it was. So I feel like that prepared me a little bit, and then a month later, on my birthday, Mongo told me that I'm turning pro. So I was excited
What's the main goal, man? What's the motivation here?
just to go put my city on the map and just trying to make my name for myself and my family.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fight the best. That's why I want good fights. That's why I've been trying to push the Atlas fight. But wherever guy we get, I'm always gonna come on top. I'm not scared to find anybody. And nobody.
Listen, man, we talked about it. The Rio Grande Valley, to me, it seems it's becoming a real hotbed for boxing. It is a fight town. People are getting to know you around here, man. People are recognizing you. What do you feel about, being from an area that's a boxing town, being young, and people are recognizing you? Because you can have boxers in Laredo,
Yeah.
boxers from Del Rio, Texas. Those are not big fight towns. They can walk around and really don't nobody
Yeah.
knows them. This is a big fight town. How do you feel about like getting a little bit of celebrity down here?
It feels great because sometimes I go to the mall and like and people are like, oh, you fought this weekend, you fought this and that. I'm like, yeah, and then they take pictures of me. Not too long ago, I went to mall with my friends and then there's a few people that went to me. They wanted the picture, so it feels good.
That's good though, because you're handling it well now. And when you become world champ,
Get
it'll
used
be
to
that
it.
much
Yeah,
easier,
yeah.
man. Well, Esteban, thank you very much for joining us today, man.
Thank you for
Really
having me.
appreciate you. I know you're, hard at work, training for your next fights. When can we see you next? What's next for you?
Whatever we get a phone call, hopefully maybe October, maybe. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for joining us.
Putazos y Pendejadas Podcast.